Hello and welcome everybody to the latest episode, or one of the two latest episodes, because there's going to be a second live stream here after I give you my 5 flaming hot picks for NFL Week 1. Now, we're running this a little bit late. I know it's like an hour before kickoff time, but if you are a gambler, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, this is your opportunity to make some picks. Now, do me a solid. Click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Drop a comment. Leave a like. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my takes. With that being said, let's get into my picks. Now, pick number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I have the Miami Dolphins -1.5 over the Indianapolis Colts. I understand the Colts have named Daniel Jones their starter. However, they have named Daniel Jones their starter. They're not, in my opinion, they're not really deep in skill positions. Their defense is okay. They're not great. But I just don't see any way that the Colts actually beat Miami. I know they're at home. I know they're 1.5-point favorites. But Miami still got receivers, guys. They still got Tyreek Hill on that side of the ball. They still got Jalen Waddle. They got Devin Achane, the running back. Tua Tag is a way better quarterback than Daniel Jones. The fact that they're favoring the Indianapolis Colts in this game makes no sense to me. So take Miami plus 1.5 over the Indianapolis Colts. The second pick that I have, ladies and gentlemen, will be second pick I got is the New England Patriots over the Las Vegas Raiders -2.5 points. I believe in Mike Vrabel. I believe in the Drake May. I believe in Josh McDaniels. The culture in New England, in my honest opinion, is about to be rebuilt. I would have the graphic, but there was some technical difficulties. However, ladies and gentlemen, even though the Las Vegas Raiders have Ashton Genty, have Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, we've seen what they were able to do up in Seattle. The AFC is not the same competition as the NFC, especially the AFC West. I think it's a much deeper conference, or a much deeper division. Now, I know this isn't a division rivalry game. However, with the moves that New England has made this offseason, they got a legit wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. They have a defense. They got Christian Gonzalez. I think he might be injured right now, but they're a legit team. The team was built well last year under Gerard Mayo, and then this year they've added more pieces around Drake May to actually help him develop, help him move forward. And because of those factors, that's why I'm taking New England -2.5 over the Las Vegas Raiders. Who I think they're still going to be rebuilding. They still don't know what they have under with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. And it's the Las Vegas Raiders. Realistically, until I see them really turn that ship around in Vegas, I'm not going to be betting on the Raiders anytime soon. I like what New England has done. I think New England is a borderline playoff team. We'll see what they do. But with Mike Vrabel at the reins, I think anything is possible. The third game that I actually have will be the Pittsburgh Steelers -2.5 over the New York Jets. Guys, it's Aaron Rodgers versus his former team. If anything, Mike Tomlin should be like the determining factor as to why that they're going to win that game. They have better coaching. I think they have a much better defense that is stout, that has cohesion, that is chemistry because they've been playing together for a long time. Aaron Rodgers is my honest opinion, even though he's not prime Aaron Rodgers, he's not the Aaron Rodgers of like 3 or 4 years ago. He's still a better quarterback in my honest opinion than Justin Fields. Yes, they've named him the starter in New York. He's gonna progress. Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall. Um, they got good skilled players and good defensive players in with the New York Jets. I just think they're still in a rebuild phase and they're not going to be competitive for the next couple of years. That's why I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got a better quarterback. They got DK Metcalf. They I think they drafted a running back if I'm not mistaken. No, Jalen Warren is now the top back. Fryermuth. The connection between Aaron Rodgers and his wide receivers and his weapons is going to be key. And I think that's why mainly they end up beating the Jets because he's going to be more fluent with his weapons than Justin Fields is most likely going to be with the New York Jets. And it should be a relatively easy matchup for Aaron and in the Pittsburgh Steelers. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers minus 2.5 over the New York Jets. The fourth game that I have, ladies and gentlemen, should be the game of the day or America's game of the day. But this game is going to be the Green Bay Packers minus 1.5 over the Detroit Lions. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, Green Bay, the Micah Parsons trade, got that defense is legit. Micah Parsons ain't there by himself. He got Rashawn Gary. So there's going to be pass rush pressure for sure in this game. They're going to be coming at Jared Goff on all sides. Now they have a new offensive coordinator. It's yet to see if he will be able to get the most out of Jared Goff like Ben Johnson and Sean McVay were able to do. We've seen Jared Goff without a top tier legit play caller, and he's been asked. We saw him when he got to Detroit. I don't know if Ben Johnson do not know if that will translate, especially with the new offensive coordinator that they have. They lost both their coordinators, offense and defense. So even if their offense does put up numbers, will their defense be able to produce what they were producing last year under Glenn? I think it was Glenn Jacobs, but under their new defensive coordinator. That's the main concern for me. That's why I'm going with the Green Bay Packers, who foundationally have a much better who have a much better head coach, in my honest opinion, in Matt LaFleur. Their defense has been playing together for years. The structure and the culture in Green Bay is deep. They have a legit quarterback in Jordan Love. I don't know if I think he's top 10, top 15. He's in the top half of the league when it comes to quarterback play. They got a deep wide receiver room where you can literally name just about anybody. So that's part of the reason why I'm taking the Packers minus 1.5 over the Detroit Lions in this upcoming game. And I think the Lions are going to have a season that's going to be regressful. The reason why, again, they've just lost too much on both sides intellectually as an offensive and defensive coordinator. So they might win a few games like the Eagles did that year when they lost both their coordinators. But I just don't see Detroit doing what Detroit did. Now, the last game that I'm picking is the Houston Texans plus 3.5 over the Los Angeles Rams. Guys, I like Houston. They're healthy to start off the season. I think C.J. Stroud is taking another step forward. I also think because Matthew Stafford hasn't necessarily been involved a lot during the offseason because of injuries, because of dealing with the back issues, not necessarily getting the reps in that he needs with his wide receivers, with his running backs, with the first team, that's going to take a toll. C.J. Stroud, after the year they had last year where it was a sophomore slump, where he lost Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is now on the Patriots, by the way. They brought in Christian Kirk, who is, in my honest opinion, at this point in his career, he's just a tad below Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is obviously a game changer. But that doesn't take away from the defense that they also have with Will Anderson, Derek Stingley, Aziz Al-Shaair. they're deep. They're deep. They're healthy to start off the season, and that's why I'm taking them plus 3.5 over the Los Angeles Rams, who are dealing with an injured Matthew Stafford, who has, yes, he's practiced, he's ready to go by all accounts, but I think that lack of practice, of cohesion, is going to come back to bite him early on in the season, and I think it'll be apparent in this game. Yes, I know they added Devontae Adams. Yes, I know they have Puka Nacua. Devontae is legit. Kyron Williams is legit. They have a great slew of offensive weapons and offensive talent on the Los Angeles Rams. I'm not saying they don't. I still think their defense is growing, it's progressing, and I still think the Houston Texans have a lot of potential of what they could do in this game, and they're ultimately going to win. So give me the Houston Texans plus 3.5 over the Los Angeles Rams. With that being said, that wraps up my picks. I had the Steelers minus 2.5 over the Jets. I had the Dolphins plus 1.5 over the Colts. I had the Patriots minus 2.5 over the Las Vegas Raiders. I had the Green Bay Packers 1.5 over the Lions. And then I have the Texans plus 3.5 over the Los Angeles Rams, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, guys, please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Always remember, desire is power. If you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Thank you for watching my 5 flaming hot picks for NFL Week 1. I will see y'all here in a few minutes because we're going to be back with a watch party for NFL Sunday. We'll see you soon.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
You're watching the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone. Please click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspins Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.